Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Let me first share my screen, and y'all can first get onto Scratch and get onto that asteroid shooter game that we were creating last time. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, last time we finished up some player health stuff, and we have this game over screen that we were doing before something happened at the very end that kicked me out of the meeting for some reason. So for right now, we're just gonna complete our game over screen. Should be a new sprite, right? Another extra sprite that we have done here. The full screen. There we go. This extra game over sprite down here should have that. And you should just make a game over screen. I'm gonna actually change mine so that it's, let's see. We should make it, I think I'm gonna make it bright yellow because in the dark background it's gonna work well. Make this one the same
What
color.
do you do if what do you do if your computer says, "Oops, your server's scratching your head"?
Oh, then you may have to try to log in again if, because maybe just reload the page.
That's what happened after I reloaded, though.
Oh, well then try again. Just try until it works, or maybe try to log in. Maybe try to exit out of the project, like click the scratch thingy, and then you go to
Yeah.
project files again, and then you're gonna go to where, let's see, Astro Shooter template, yeah, or whatever you named yours, and
Okay.
then you can try again. So I'm gonna actually change my game over screen to make sure it's in the center. And the center, remember, is x equals 0 in the middle, and then y equals 0 as well. So I'm gonna change these two values over here.
The color have to be yellow.
Um, the color does not have to be yellow. You can make it whatever you want. This
Okay.
one, you can design it however you want it. It's just, you know, just make it like game over screen. You can be as creative as you want. But I'm just gonna keep it simple like this. What's happening here? It's weird. All right, are you all ready to move on?
No.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you don't need to make it too advanced. It's just going to be a game over screen. That's all it is. Oh, whoops. Okay, does anyone need more time now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we put a background to the game over part?
I don't think you need to because your background should already be part of your backdrop. Because you can see on my screen, the game over part is in front of the background that I already have. So try to make your game over screen match the background. I have it as yellow, so it kind of contrasts the dark color, so it's easily viewable. So you can easily see that game over, and it looks pretty cool. So that's nice. I have the galaxy background. I like it the most for this situation. But yeah, you can have any background and then just maybe don't add a background for this one because you can see when I die here. Let me die real quick. When I die here, it's gonna pause everything on the screen. So I still want to be able to see everything, to see like how I died and where I was, you know. How we can see, when the game ends, the game actually just pauses. All right. Now are you all ready to move on? Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the code. We have nothing here in the game over screen right now. So, first of all, we're going to go to events and then drag out a when I receive game over. And also drag out a second when I receive game over. The first one, we're going to change it to start game. So we have two messages. One marks the beginning of a game and one marks the end of a game. The beginning of the game is start game, then is, of course, game over. So when the game starts, we want to make sure our game over screen goes to 0, 0 in the center. And then we're going to go to looks and then drag out a hide block. We want to make sure we can't see it. So when I press the flag, I can't see it. But then when the game is over, we want to actually show the the game over screen. And then we also want to make sure it goes to the very front. So we're going to drag out a go to front layer. We want it to cover everything. So we don't want our player covering it or the asteroids covering it. We want it to be the one covering everything. You can see it's covering the asteroid instead of the asteroid covering the game over screen like this. So just these bits of code. Okay. So now everything should be working except for the fact that when we actually do get to the end screen, nothing really happens. I mean, of course, the end screen does come up, you know, and um, we can see it and it works well. But on here, I said tap the screen to play again. Tap screen to play again, right? We can't do that. When I tap the screen, nothing happens. Or when I actually click my mouse on the screen, nothing happens. So we have to code that in. So after we receive game over and we show and let it go to the front layer, we want to be always checking if. So always we have a forever loop and then if our mouse is down. If our mouse is down, that means we're clicking or we're touching the screen. So then it's going to do something. So after a game is over, it's going to check forever whether we're clicking mouse down or. And then in here, of course, if we want to play again, we must start the game again. So we're going to broadcast the event that was start game. But we don't want this loop to run forever anymore after we click down. So we're going to go to control and then drag out a stop all block. And we're going to change this stop all to stop this script. We want to stop this forever loop. And that should be it for this piece of code. It should be working. So let me try it out. Let me click the green flag, and then I'm gonna move my ship around until I die. Now it says game over, right? It covers everything. Now let me tap the screen. Boom. Everything has reset. Ooh, we do have a problem though. Look at how many asteroids there are. Dang. Okay. Now the reason why that is happening is because when we played our first game, so let me actually reload again. So you can see how many asteroids spawn every single time I replay. So this time there are like 30 asteroids spawning each time. And when I click again, there's going to be like 150 spawning each time. Just like that. So this is obviously unavoidable. It's kind of chaotic. Like if I try again, there's going to be a 300 again. Or maybe not anymore because okay. All right. So the reason this is happening is because when we broadcast start game, it's happening to each of the asteroids. So usually there would only be one asteroid that is creating the new asteroids. But after we reset the game, all the asteroids that already exist are actually creating new asteroids. So there are like 5 times the amount of asteroids the first time. So what we gotta do is we gotta first broadcast. Let's see. Okay, we gotta first go to asteroid, right? And then we're gonna drag out another, go to events, and then drag out another when I receive start game. And then in here, we're just gonna put delete this clone. We want to delete all the clones. So that way the clones won't interfere with anything. But because we did this, we must add something else. We must add a wait 1 second, and we're going to change this 1 second to 0 seconds. Now, wait 0 seconds does not actually wait 0 seconds. It actually waits a very small amount of time. So that way we can delete all the clones. So we're going to put this before the forever loop in the other when I receive start game. Wait a very small amount to give this time to delete the clones. All right, now let's try again. All right, you can see I tried again, and now you can see that there are actually some extra bullets that also happen to stay there because we didn't actually delete all the bullet clones when we restart the game. So now we're going to go to bullet, and then we're going to do a similar thing. When we receive, drag out another when I receive start game, and when this does receive start game, we're going to delete this clone. Now this happens for each of the clones, so it deletes all of the clones. So yeah, that should fix the problem. Let's see. Okay, everything's frozen again. Maybe we should change this to something else, actually. Maybe we shouldn't have it as tap the screen to play again. Instead, we should maybe do hold. Let's see. Okay, let's change this. Let's go to back to the game over. And instead of having mouse down, let's do when key space pressed, and then we're going to change the space to, let's see, we can do just this, let's see, space bar. So yeah, just space, one key space pressed. So now when the game actually ends, when we actually die, when we're holding down the bullet, it won't actually keep shooting. We have to press space to play again. Just like that. And because I changed it to key space, I'm gonna actually change the text as well. Press space to play again. So I'm gonna change that up, move it to the center a bit. Now we can see the screen when we die, and it says press space to play again. Okay. Now, fine, we have one more thing we could improve on. Over here, we have the player health variable that shows how many hearts or how many lives our player has. But it's only a number right now. What if we change it to something that looks better? And I think we can easily do that with a new sprite. So let's go down here and let's choose a new sprite. And this time we're going to actually choose a sprite from the library. So click that, and you should be in this menu. In here, we're going to search heart. And then let's click the heart sprite. That one right there. So right now you can see a massive heart on your screen. Let's tone that down a bit. Let's see which size works best. Maybe let's make it 20% size. You can change the size over here, by the way. Right here, 20% size. Let's see. Why isn't it working? That's weird. Hold on. The 100% size. Let's do 30%. There you go. 30% works pretty well. We have the heart right over here. So let's change it to 30%, okay? I'm gonna rename this heart with a lowercase h because all my other stuff is lowercase, but you don't need to change the name. Okay, so right now we only have one heart, right? And let's put that heart up in the corner over here. And then
Wait,
let's
how'd you make it smaller?
you're gonna go to size over here. Do you see the size attribute? So this is like an attribute. It's like part of the sprite. It
Uh-huh.
controls what the sprite's like. So we're gonna change the size to 30. So that 30 meaning 30% of the original size. So it's gonna be 70% smaller. But we actually don't need to do that because in the code we can implement it so that it does that automatically. So first of all, we're going to drag out a when I receive start game. So we're going to change the game over to start game. So first of all, drag out a when I receive game over and change it to start game. Okay. Okay. First of all, we're just going to delete this clone. So we're going to delete all the clones. All right. That's going to be the first start game. And then let's drag out another start game. This time we're going to wait 0 seconds so that we can give it time to delete all the clones. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, we're going to drag out a repeat 10 times block from here in control. And then we're going to go down to variables and then drag out the player health. So we're going to repeat player health times because we're actually going to create clones of, clones of the, like, let's say I have five hearts or 5 lives. We're going to create 5 hearts with that. So if we have n lives, we're going to create n hearts. So it doesn't matter how much health your player has, you're always going to create that many. Okay. Now in here, we're just going to simply drag out a create clone of myself block. So we're going to create multiple clones of the heart. but we're gonna make sure all the clones are in the right position. So we're gonna first, before we actually do the repeat, we're gonna move the heart to the upper left corner over here, which is gonna be X negative 210 and Y 150. So let's try that out. Oh, that works pretty well. And actually, could you all please go to variables real quick and then just click the checkbox to hide the player health variable? Because we're going to replace that variable with hearts right now. So every time we create a clone of myself, we want to move the heart to the next position. So we're going to kind of move it like this. See my screen? But we're going to make it do it automatically. So we're going to just copy this hearts until we have the desired number of hearts, right? So first of all, we're going to go to looks, and then we're going to drag out a show block and put it before the go to block, and then the hide block at the very end.
Wait, how'd you do that again?
How do I do what?
The heart thing.
Oh, the showing and hiding. You
Yeah.
just drag it out from the looks.
Oh, oh wait. Hold on.
In the looks category, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see show and hide.
Does that automatically turn your thing into hearts?
Not right now. We're not done with the code yet, but right now you should see one heart appear on the screen. One heart. But that one heart is actually multiple hearts layered together on the same place. That's why it only looks like one heart.
No,
Okay?
but the player health block is still there.
Oh, right. So we're going to go to variables, right? And then we're going to unclick this checkbox to hide it. That's how we always hide variables.
Uh,
So for future
oh,
reference, we're going to go over here, right? If you go to variables, you can click the box, and if it's checked, that means the variable is shown on the screen. If it's unchecked, that means it's hidden and you can't see it on the screen. So yeah, it's a pretty useful feature because you don't want to see all the variables clogging up your screen. Sometimes you don't want the user to see it, right?
How do you make all the hearts again?
It's just this code over here. Just this code. That's it. But actually, we haven't actually done all the hearts yet. Well, we have created all the hearts, but you can see they're all in the same place. If I drag them away, they're all in the same place because we haven't actually moved them. So right now we're going to add one block of code that's actually going to move all the hearts. So let's go to motion and let's change X by. Let me just test out some values real quick before you all actually do the X. No, that one
I
doesn't
don't
work.
have all those hearts. How do we get all those hearts?
You will have all those hearts once you have this.
Okay.
Let's change X by 45. So here we're going to do change X by 45 after we create clone myself. So what this does is it makes sure that each heart is 45 pixels after the previous heart. So 45 little measures of distance. So you can see each heart is 45 pixels after the other one on the screen. All right, and remember, before everything, we're actually going to go to looks, and then we're going to drag out a set size to 30%, right after the go to, but before the repeat loop. So that way we make sure the heart is the right size. And then we're also going to switch costume to heart red. And we're going to set this after the set size, but before the repeat loop. We're just going to initialize everything, make sure everything is reset to normal, that is.
I have that exact same code, but I only have one heart.
Did you set your player health to 1?
Um,
Because, okay, here, everyone. The number of hearts you all should have could be different. The reason why is because we set our health, our player health, to a different value. Some of us set it to 5. I heard that some people set it to 3. If you change your player health to 3, it's going to have 3. If you change it to like 10, you're going to have 10 hearts. So I made it so it can scale. It can be different depending on how many hearts you put. So if you go back to the ship code and then you find the start game where we have player health here, you set player health to value. If you set it to 5, then you'll have 5 hearts on your screen. If you set it to like 3, you'll have 3 hearts. If you set it to like a 1, you'll have only 1 heart.
yeah,
If you set it to 0,
I set it at 5, but there's only one.
uh, you set it to 5, but there's only 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see then. Make sure you have this change X by 45 in the hard code. Change X by 45 in the repeat loop. So it's still in the repeat loop. It's not after the repeat loop. It's in the repeat loop after the created clone of myself. So that means each
Yeah, I
clone
already have that. I already have
is going to
that.
move 45 pixels after the next one. Do you have a show block up here?
Yeah.
And, okay. This one just says start game, right? When I receive start game.
Oh no, it says game over.
Yeah, that's the problem. You want to make sure that it's start game because we're gonna reset the hearts every time the game starts, not every time the game ends. We can actually see the hearts building up when we click the flag over here. So I think what we can do here is, let's see. Okay, so when you click the flag, you can see all the hearts being created one by one. So like it's not that slow, it's pretty quickly, but you can see them move across the screen, right? Do you all see that on my screen? Or maybe in your own code? Because my screen is kind of laggy, right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to detach the repeat from the rest of the code, and then we're going to detach the go to, set size, and switch costume to from the rest of the code, just like this. We're going to move the show block to right before the repeat, and then we're going to attach these three blocks back. So it should look something like this. Now, the reason why we can see the hearts appearing, well, actually, when I attach this back, the reason we can see it appearing is because every time we repeat, we actually wait like a little small amount of time after each iteration, after each repeat. So we're going to go to My Blocks, very bottom, My Blocks, and we're going to create our own block. So down here in the pink section, click Make a Block, and you should have this menu. In here, let's just name the block create hearts. And that's it. Create hearts, but don't click OK just yet. We're just going to name it create hearts, and then we're going to click this button, this tick down here, run without screen refresh. This means that the code doesn't wait every time we loop around. So it doesn't wait for the screen to refresh and show the user the new screen. It just does it all at once, instantly. So when we click this tick, when this is ticked, the code runs faster than usual. So we're going to click that. We're going to make sure it's ticked, and then we're going to click OK. So now we should have our own little like block over here that we can define. We're going to put this define right above, or actually rather, we're going to put the code over here that we have show, repeat, and then hide. We're going to put it under here. So because this is the code that actually creates the hearts. And then we're going to drag out a create heart and put it right down there in when I receive start. So what this does is it just speeds up the hearts. So this hearts appear instantly on my screen. Instantly. No delay. Instant.
I accidentally deleted the define create heart. How do I get it back?
You accidentally deleted what now?
The define create hearts.
Oh, then you just have to make it again. Make it again. Make sure you name it create hearts, and then you make sure you take the run without screen refresh and click OK. Just make it again if you delete it. Because guys, if you delete this head block, it just deletes your block. So you got to make sure you don't delete the head block. You got to create hearts, right? Make sure you have run without screen refresh ticked. And then this thing is really important because this thing is actually the thing that controls your block, your new block that you made. Anything that is under this block runs when you run this create heart. So when you do this block, it actually does all these blocks right there. So let's save the project. Right, nice. Okay, so now we have the hearts, but they actually don't do anything. They're just on your screen. You just have the number of hearts that you have at the very beginning of the game, right? Nothing really happens. If you take damage, nothing happens. So we actually got to implement it so that the hearts can change depending on depending on how many lives we have left. Okay. So to do that, you're gonna actually create a new, go to variable, make sure you're in the heart sprite, and then make a new variable and name it heart index. Index meaning like the number that is associated with it. So the first heart is gonna have an index of 1, second heart is gonna have an index of 2. So this variable is gonna make sure we gonna help us know which heart is which. And make sure it's for this sprite only. Click for this sprite only. Because that way each clone has a different kind of variation of the sprite, or rather, sorry, variation of this variable. This makes sure that like the variable isn't like just one thing; it's for every single clone. So for this sprite only, for this sprite only. Now click OK. So now we should have a new variable. Just hide that variable instantly. We don't need to see it. So make sure you click the blocks to the box to hide it. Okay. We have this new variable heart index. We're gonna set it to 1. So drag out a set heart index to 1, and then drag out a change heart index by 1. So make sure that both variables say heart index here. Make sure they're both 1. Set it to 1 and then change it by 1. So when we set it to 1, we want it to be the first clone. So we're going to put it right before the repeat loop in the define create hearts. And then for the change, we're going to put it after we already created the clone. So right after the change x by 45. Make sure it's in the repeat loop. So that means each heart will have a different index number. Okay. Now we're going to go up a bit, and then we're going to find some space to drag out a new event block. That's going to be actually, we're going to go to control, scroll down a bit, and drag out when I start as clone. So this is the code for each individual clone. Also, Hannah, what do you have a question right now?
Sort of, but whenever I start it and then I just use the keyboards to just start, every time it just keeps going from code to costumes to sounds, then code to costume, then sounds. Whenever I use the remote controls.
Oh, like your keyboard controls to try to move your player? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So when you do that, like the thing just keeps switching, just like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see, I see. I have the same thing. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click the screen. You're going to click the screen where you are supposed to be playing, and then that should fix it. Did it work? Just click the screen right on here. Did it work? Hello?
It's not working right now.
Oh, it's not?
Keeps going from place to place.
Okay. So can you click the top, the place, the code again? Can you click the code again? Now can you click the flag again, please? Now does it work? Try to move around with your arrow keys.
Um, Still going from place to place still.
Really? Okay. Did you did click the flag, right?
Yeah.
Um, could you save your project real quick and just reload the page? So like click the reload button, refresh the entire page, just like this. And you should see creating project again, yeah, just like that.
Okay. Just
Once you're
that.
done with that, try clicking the flag again and then let see if it works.
Okay. Mm,
Did you click on something?
okay, now it's better.
Okay, great.
My
All right. Let's go back to the heart, everyone. And we just dragged out the when I start as a clone block, remember? So in here, we're just gonna have a forever loop. A forever loop. Okay? And in this forever loop, we're gonna check. We're gonna drag out an if and else block. And we're gonna check if if our health is greater than. So drag out a greater than, and then let's put player health greater than heart index. And I'm sorry, I meant the opposite thing. So let's move these two out. Let's actually make it heart index greater than player health. Because when heart index is greater than player health, that means that that heart should not be shown. So that heart should be hidden. So then we're going to go to looks, and then we're going to
Can you
switch
pause there
costume
real
to
quick? My
heart
computer
purple.
was being slow.
Okay, I will. Right after I place this final block. Okay?
Okay.
And then else we're going to switch it to heart red to show that it is showing. So now this should be all the code we need to make the hearts work. So when I lose a heart, you can see it turns purple, turns empty. Boom. Just like that. Now we have the fully functional hearts. And again, they're very customizable because we can change the number of hearts we start with. Then the number of hearts that appear on the screen when we start will change as well. So now, if everything works, and you all should check this, right? So when you click the flag, you should have all the full hearts. Regardless of how many lives you start with, all of your hearts should be red at the very beginning. And then once you hit something, like you hit something like this spiky asteroid, you're gonna lose one health, and one of them should show as purple. And it should be the very right heart. It shouldn't be like the left or somewhere in the middle. It should be the very right heart. And then when you hit it again, the next heart will turn purple. And then when you hit it again, the next heart will turn purple. And when you lose all heart, when you're on one heart and then you hit something and you lose all the hearts, it should say game over. If it's not working, tell me.
Mine's the exact opposite. They start as purple and they go to red.
Oh, okay. Um, then all you got to do is switch the code here. Um, let's see. You have the switch costume to heart purple on the top part, right? In the if,
Yep.
and in the
Yep.
else, you should have heart red.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Okay. Then the problem is you got to make sure this one is heart index and this one is player health.
Oh,
The
I
first
got
one
that
is heart
mixed up.
index. Yeah, of
Okay, thanks.
course.
One of my hearts kind of starts as the purple heart.
Hmm. Okay. So it should be a similar problem. Just make sure it says heart index is greater than player health. Now player health is greater. So make sure the first one is heart index and the second one is player health. And then make sure down here the first one is heart purple and the second one is heart red. Did you have any problems with that? Or
Okay, it's
Is it
fixed.
fixed? Yeah, great.
When I do when I play starts, there's only one heart, and
Yeah. What? It's in the middle? What? Could you continue, please?
it's in the middle, but it was working normally before.
Okay. Okay. Maybe just click the flag again. Just try that for a second.
The heart just disappeared.
Okay. Uh, okay. Let's see. Make sure you have the when I receive start game here. Do you
Yeah.
have that, Rayan?
Yeah.
Wait 0 seconds.
Mhm.
Do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have the create hearts, right? Do you have the create hearts block right here? And then in the create hearts code, so in this under the hat block, the purple hat block you have here, do you have a show?
Mhm.
And then set heart index to 1,
Yeah.
and then repeat player health times.
Yeah.
Create a clone myself in the repeat loop.
No.
Change X by 45. Change heart index by 1. And then hide.
Oh, I got it back to normal. It's because I didn't have to create clone.
Yeah, well, that's the most important part, Rayan. If you don't have create the clone, then nothing will appear because you won't have any of the clones. Okay. Everyone, now everything should be working. Just test it out, play around with it for a few seconds.
My screen says project could not save.
Oh, then just click try again. If it still doesn't work, then click try again one more time. And if it still doesn't work, then tell me.
It still doesn't work.
Uh, Maybe try it like 3 more times, because that's sometimes a problem. Try it 3 more times,
It still won't work.
still won't work. Okay. Do you see the download button on there?
Yeah.
Okay. So could you click that download, please? Did you
Okay.
download? Do you see the download?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your project called again? What was your project called?
Another asteroid game.
Another asteroid game? Okay. Can you click this button? Just you, just you. Could you click the file button real quick? This button up here, the file button.
Okay.
And then click this button that says load from your computer. Load from your computer.
Okay.
And then do you see your file that says another asteroid shooter? Another asteroid game? Do
Yeah.
you see that? Can you double click that? Just double click it with your mouse or your touchpad.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, does it work? Now, does it save?
No.
No? Okay. So could you reload the page real quick? Click the reload button up here, the refresh button in your browser, like up here.
It says our server is scratching its head.
Okay. Are you logged in? Check the corner, the top right corner, and then check if you're logged in or not.
Yeah. Okay.
You are logged in, so you see your profile in your username up here.
I'm in my project.
Oh, you're in your project again? Great. Now could you go to file, click that file button again, and then click load from my computer again? Oh, load from your computer, the button down here, and then
Okay.
click your project name again. Click another Astro game in your file selector,
It
and
says
double click it.
it
Yeah,
says
sorry.
contents of the current project.
Yes. Just click yes or okay or whatever it says. Right.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Of course. All right, everyone. Let's see how we could improve this game further, okay?
Well, when I press the space button, it doesn't
It doesn't shoot.
let it play again.
Oh, it doesn't let it play again? Okay. Um, can you go to game over again? Do you have the if key space pressed over here? You have that over here? If key space pressed?
Wait. No, I have mouse down. Oops.
Okay, just change it to key space press. So go to sensing, delete the mouse down you already have, and then drag out a key space pressed.
Okay, I think I got
That
it
way it
then.
should work. Okay. Now I think we should add a sound effect for the game over. Okay. So let's go to sounds. In the game over sprite, everyone in the game over sprite, click sounds. We should have the pop, of course, just like always, pop. Now let's go down here to the bottom left and then click choose a sound. Now you should be in this menu.
Do the dun dun dun.
Let's see. Yeah, click effects. I think dun 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 is in here, right? Let's see. Maybe it's in here.
Search it up. Just search it up.
Okay. Let's see. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay. Yeah, just pick your effect that you want when the game is over. So when you die. I think dun 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 works pretty well. Dun dun dun, you know? That works pretty well, but I think I'm gonna choose something else. But you all can choose anything you want. It doesn't have to be the same thing as me.
Wait, in which sprite?
Oh, it's supposed to be in the game over sprite. So go to the game over sprite and then click sounds and then click choose a sound. And just to find a sound that you like for when the game is over. So when you lose the game. So let's see.
Should I delete pop?
Sorry, what?
Should I delete pop?
You can delete pop if you want, but yeah, you don't need to. Because we're not going to use it anyways. So yeah, of course you can delete it. Let's see. That's a death. Let's see.
Try disconnect.
Ooh, the lose one sounds pretty nice for a lose, because yeah, because it's just disconnect. Sorry. Let's see. Disconnect. Disconnect. Let's see. That's pretty nice, but it's not long enough for me. So I think I'll just take a I'm I'm just gonna do a lose. So there should be one called lose. Sounds kind of like this. Let's just do that. And then yeah, of course you can destroy the pop sound. So I'm gonna actually destroy it as well. I'm not destroy it, delete it. Of course you can delete the pop sounds. You can delete it. So I'm gonna delete it because I don't need it. So in here, of course, you can test out your sound. You can make it faster and slower. If you click this button, it makes it faster. And also when you make something faster, it's gonna go more higher pitch. So it's gonna sound like squeakier. Or if you make it slower, it's gonna sound more deep and it's gonna take longer to run through. Okay, I think I'm just keep it slower. Of course, you can also make it louder, softer, and don't mess with the other ones. Okay, let's go back to code. Okay, and now we're gonna implement this when I receive game over. So when the game just begins to be over, if you know what I mean. we're gonna go to sounds, and then we're gonna start the sound lose right after we go to front layer, but before the forever loop. So let's try that out. Let me click the flag to start the game, and let me move the player around. So we lose 1 health, 2 health, 3 health, 4 health. Boom. Nice. Okay, so we have the sound now. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay.
It doesn't say game over when it ends though.
Sorry, what?
It doesn't say game over when I lose.
Oh, do you have a show block here in your game over sprite? A show block after I receive game over?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, let me try again. I don't know if
Uh, okay. So I'll show you all again, of course. So now we should have everything that we implemented working. So when I take damage, it's gonna lose a heart, lose another heart, lose another heart, lose another heart, and then lose another heart. Just like that. Okay, does it work? Does it work? Okay. Everyone, let's add a final thing, or one of the final things to the game. Let's add a counter to see how many asteroids we've destroyed. So we're gonna go to variables, and we're gonna make a new variable called score, just called score, and make sure it's for all sprites, for all sprites, score for all sprites, and then click OK. Now let's drag the score to the other corner of the screen. Because on the top left corner, we're gonna have it have the hearts. So we don't want the score covering the hearts. We want the score somewhere else, right? We want the score to be there. And now let's right-click the score variable readout. So this thing on the screen that we have right now that we can drag around, let's right-click it. And if you're using a mouse pad, use 2 fingers and lightly tap on your touchpad to right-click. So once you do that, you should see these options. You should have a normal readout, a large readout, a slider, and hide. Let's change it to the large readout. So select the large readout. So now we only see a big number, and that's going to be our score. And I'm going to drag it right over here on this corner. So now we can see the score counter, but we don't actually, so it's a large readout, right? But it doesn't actually do anything right now. So if I destroy an asteroid, nothing happens. Or when I destroy it, yeah, there we go. Nothing happens. So of course we need to code that in. So let's go to the asteroid code right over here. And then let's in this part over here that has the forever loop and the wait 2.5 seconds and create a clone of myself, this is the part that actually creates the asteroids. So make sure the asteroids appear. In here, we're gonna set score to 0. So before the wait 0 seconds in here, we're going to set score to 0. Before, not in the forever loop, just before everything, we're going to set score to 0. Okay. And then let's go to another part. Let's see, where is that part I want to see? Okay, so there should be another part of the asteroid code where it says when I start as a clone, and you should have a forever loop. And in here, you should have like if touching bullet. It should be as small as this. It shouldn't be the large one. We have a large when I start as a clone over here, but then there's a smaller one down here. Let's select this smaller one. And then in this, if asteroid health is less than 1, that means the asteroid has been destroyed. We're gonna change score make sure the variable says score, change score by 1. So now when we test this out, and I kill or destroy an asteroid rather. Let me try to destroy an asteroid. Our score goes up by 1. You can see the score counter. Oh wait, you're raising your hand. Sorry. Do you have a
Yeah.
question right now?
Was it for all sprites or the sprite only?
For all
Yeah,
sprites.
right.
It should be for all sprites.
It,
Did you have it for all sprites?
um, first try I didn't.
Okay. Then you should delete the variable and then make a new one that's for all sprites. Because
Is
yeah, it should
it
be for all
now?
sprites, or else it won't work. Huh?
Can you go back up to the code when it says like when I receive start game hide?
Oh
And
yeah, of course.
/ type 2
So yeah, over here we change score by here, right before we delete the clone. But up here we just added set score to 0. This is all that we add. This part is all that we add. Okay. All right, everyone. We should have the score counter and it should work. So let's just test it out. I'm gonna shoot some asteroids here. I'm gonna move around a bit. Let me try to kill this one. Let me try to destroy this one and this one. See, my score goes up every single time, right? So if I hit this one again, 6, and then 7, and then now if I take some damage, and if I lose the game,
Mine doesn't work.
the score should stay the same. And when I restart, oh sorry, well your score, your game, your the
Yeah,
score
the
doesn't
score
work.
counter doesn't work.
Okay. Um, let me do something real quick. All right, no more 6, 7 on the screen. Okay. Um, your score counter doesn't work, you said?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So did you set it to 0? Right here in the start game? Set it to 0? Right here. You did that right? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what initializes this. This is make sure that it resets every single game. Now let's scroll down to the when I start as a clone. And it's a small one. So it's the one with the forever loop and with the touching bullet, if touching bullet code. And in here, in the if asteroid health is less than 1, right before the delete this clone, we should have change score by 1. So this
Yeah. I already
this
got
makes
that.
sure that every time we destroy an asteroid, the score actually increases. All right, then I don't see there shouldn't be anything wrong. So maybe try again. The toggle for actually getting a score is actually destroying an asteroid. So hitting an asteroid won't just give you a score. You'll have to actually destroy it. So you'll have to hit it 3 times in a row. Or like 1, 2, 3. Or that one I didn't hit. 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then once you actually destroy it, it should change your score by 1. Does it work now? Does it work now?
When I try to shoot an asteroid, it doesn't even break.
Oh, it doesn't even break?
Yeah, like when I shoot it like multiple times.
Maybe try to shoot like 10 times in a row. Maybe you gave your asteroid extra health. Maybe you made it super buff or something. I don't know. If it doesn't work, then let's get back to the code.
My asteroids are too
Um,
fast to shoot.
sorry, what?
My asteroids are too fast to shoot.
Oh, well, that's just a skill issue.
Also,
Okay.
also when when I hit a asteroid with one of my bullets, it just goes up without even it just goes it just counts how much times I hit a asteroid, not like what.
Oh, okay, okay. So for you, Hannah, the problem can easily be solved by actually making sure the change score is in this if variable, if the asteroid health is less than one. Because I think that you probably have this variable outside. You want to make sure it's inside before delete this clone. Does that work for you? That
Um,
fix your problem?
If we're good with everything, could we
um,
go?
Yes. If you're good with everything, you may leave now. So have a great week. Okay?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I guess I'm going to leave.
all right. So Andrew,
Yeah.
So your asteroids never die, right? That's the
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah, I
Okay.
shot it like 10 times.
So in this code over here, in the same code that we have, which is if touching bullet, do you have change asteroid health by -1
bye.
right here?
Um,
Change asteroid health by -1, so that makes sure that the asteroid health actually goes down.
yeah, I already got that.
You already got that? Um, let's see. Let's see. Down here you have change score by 1, right? Change. First of all, it has to be change. Second of all, it has to be score, right?
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong code. I don't have the change asteroid health.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you should have it right after you set brightness effect to 60 and then start sound pop. Right after that.
Okay, should I start my thing again?
Yeah, go ahead and try it out.
Oh yeah, it dies. Yep, I'm good.
Awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Save your project and yeah, have a great week. All right, does anyone else here have a problem that they need to fix? Anna, do you have a problem?
No, but are we finished with this project?
Yes, I think we are today.
So I can share it.
You can share it.
Yay.
Good job. Okay. How about you, Chloe? Are you done? Do you have a problem or?
No, I'm good.
Okay, great. Awesome. Good job.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye. Bye, everyone.